Hello. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today, the theme of today is Jeremiah 29:11. So let's read that one more time today, please. Jeremiah 29:11 for this youth explosion day. I'm a little nervous, so just bear with me, okay? Bear with me. Okay. Jeremiah 29:11. It states, "For I know the plans I have for you. For I know I have the plans. He, our Father, Lord, and Savior, He has the plans for you, not the other way around. You don't have the plans for Him, but He has the plans for you. For your well being, not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope." That is the theme today of our Youth Explosion Day. We have to understand that our path is not His path, but His path is our path. And that is the whole thing of holy destinations. We cannot reach our holy destinations without faith and growth. That is the whole point. So yes, we will be selling in the church. I'm sorry, everybody can take a seat. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm new at this. I ain't professional. So you might have to bear with me. You might have to take a seat on your own. So today I'm gonna be preaching out of Romans 12:2 for my sermon. I'm gonna preach out of Romans 12:2. That's my theme, my stuff today. So if you could, let's go to Romans 12:2, please. Romans 12:2. It states, "Do not be conformed, do not be shaped, and do not let this world tell you how to live your life. But be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may discern what is good, pleasing, and perfect will of God." Amen. We have to understand as Christians that we are not supposed to be on here living a comfortable life. We cannot be shaped by the normalities of this world to tell us that we are here to live a comfortable life. Oh, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to get enough money to live a comfortable week. No. No. That's not how we're supposed to live as Christians. We're supposed to be in the struggle and endure it. God sent his only son, Jesus Christ, the perfect man that lived a sinless life. And when did he ever live a comfortable life? When? Because if I'm sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Jesus Christ was born into stress. Since he was born, he had a king. Not some dude on the corner, a king that had an army trying to kill him. I'm pretty sure when Jesus was a teenager, while his family was going back to their home, living a comfortable life, he was in the temple preaching. While his family is going back to their comfortable lives and they forgot him, he was working until his last breath, working for you. So why do you think that you can live a comfortable life? We're going to break down today Romans 12:2. And the first part we're going to break down is going to be do not be shaped by this world. Don't let that go in out one ear. Please do not. The first thing that we have to do as Christians when we are forced with a problem is that we need to pray. We cannot let these problems just come to us and we just take them on. We have to have prayer, that communication with the Lord. And this is for the youth. Y'all can't just run to mom and dad every time. Y'all have to run to the Lord first. We have to run to the Lord and pray, but after we pray, we have to have faith. What's the point of prayer if you don't have faith? What's the point of going to ask for help and you don't believe it's going to work? That they're not going to help you. That's not the point of going to go ask for help. Once you have faith in that prayer, it's going to wipe away all your fear and anxiety and your worry. But the other thing we have to do as Christians is stop complaining about problems that we can fix ourselves. That's the first step. Youth, we have to stop complaining about problems that you can fix. Stop complaining about your financial situations when you spending money on unnecessary things. How that work? I'm going to hit a lot in here today. I'm sorry. But that was my job today. I'm not here to make anybody happy. I'm telling you what you need to hear. And if you knew who my daddy was, we have to stop complaining about not having enough time in the day. But you can go home after work and watch the new NFL draft. You can go home after work and watch the new Housewives of Atlanta. Go home and watch Power. There's a lot of here I hit with that one. Go home and go on Facebook and TikTok. But you just complain about not having enough time in the day to get what you need to get done. We have to understand that these things are put here to make us comfortable. To make us comfortable with the life that we do not want to live. I'm sorry, I did not even say the title of my sermon today. I don't know if it's up here. I told you I'm not a professional, so. But we're going to move back and forth a little bit. But you cannot grow living comfortable. Turn to your neighbor and say, you cannot grow living comfortable. I know that's right. I know that's right. You cannot grow living comfortable. So like I said, these things are only put here by the devil to keep you comfortable. After work, you're going to go get a bag of chips, a pop, and then going home to lay on the couch. How'd that work? How'd that work? You was just complaining. You was just complaining. These things are put here to make you accustomed to the environment you do not want. The next part of this verse that we're going to hit is be transformed by the renewing of your mind. We have to understand that we have to be the ones to make the change, to make the initiation for change. It can't be your mama, it can't be your daddy, it can't be your brother, it can't be your sister, it can't be your teacher, but it has to be you. You have to be the one to make the initiation. God's not going to do it for you. He's going to give you the idea. He's going to give you that little voice in your head to tell you, hey, get up. But we have to make the initiation. You have to be the one that wants change. You have to have the discipline enough to get up. God is going to give you the idea to get off the couch, to not spend money on that blunt. Hit a lot of here. Shoot, looking the blunt, you just hit two birds with one stone. You spent money and you smoking it. You wasting a lot of time. Come on now. Turn your life around, youth. Come on. We have to discipline our kids when needed. Discipline ourselves when needed. Whoop them. Whoop them. Whoop yourself. You have to give your discipline today. It's a funny story. Like I said, if you knew my daddy, that man was a big disciplinarian. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. I used to hate it. I hated it with a passion. When I was a kid, I used to, his name might have been, it should have been Jason Disciplinarian Sherrell. That's what it should have been. He would be able to choke me and my brother at the same time with two hands. And like, man, Then go brag about it to his friends. Man, why, Dad? Why? No, no, no. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? You didn't have to go tell him. Now he knows why my neck is crooked for the next 5 minutes. Now he knows. You didn't have to do that. But at the end of each time he disciplined me and my brother, he would make sure to tell us that I'm disciplining y'all because I love you. And we have to carry on that theme with life. We have to discipline ourselves because we love ourselves and we want better. He would tell me and my brother, which I never understood, was I'm disciplining y'all because I love you and I want y'all to live a better life than I did. And I didn't understand it till now. And I appreciate it now. And that's the beauty of discipline. You said you're not going to love it while it's going on. But later, when you're better and growing, you will appreciate it. God's going to give you the idea to not get on that website you're not supposed to be on, to stay away from that one abusive partner, to take off those devil and witch-possessed crystals, to stop comparing yourself to some stars and zodiac signs, to stop listening to that secular music, to stop buying those demonic brands, to stay away from that one gossiping friend group and to strive to get in your priorities straight. It just depends on how loud that voice is in your head. We have to understand that your flesh that loves all these worldly things doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about your eternity because it's not going with you. Your flesh doesn't care about your eternity because it's not going with you. It doesn't. These ideas that God puts in our heads, that voice that tells us, hey, get up. Or those new ideas, those new solutions to your problems, we have to listen to them. We have to determine if they're right or wrong. You know, Denzel Washington had talked at a graduation one time. I don't know what school it was, but he said in life, your ideas they get put into two categories. And the first category is, it becomes a living idea, the ideas that you initiated and executed on. And the other group is the ideas that you didn't execute on and it just stayed in your mind. Those become ghosts. And later when you die, all those ideas come up to you. The living ones and the ghosts. And they show you whether it was successful or unsuccessful, or if it would have been successful or successful. And it tells you what you learned and gained out of that idea. But for me, he said, I'm not going to have the ghost ones outnumber my living ones. And I know I'm not either. We can't let fear stop our ideas. When you do have these ideas and you do execute them to make a better life, you have to be able to move forward and not look back at the comfortable, still life you were living. That's not how that works. If you're on a diet, you don't go eat candy. You don't go eat sweets. How does that work? You're not on a diet. You're not trying to get better. You're not disciplined. You have to stop eating leftovers and expecting to receive brand new flavors. Yeah, I made that one up. I made that one up. Stop eating leftovers and expecting to receive brand new flavors. Proverbs 12:1. To learn, you must love discipline. It is stupid to hate correction. To learn, you must discipline yourself instead of denying the truth. We have to stop saying, one more time, I'll stop. This last little piece, I'll stop. I'm going to finish this season, then I'll stop watching it. You know you're not. You know you're not. Proverbs 26 says, as a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly. Connect to the verse. Connect to it. Stop reading the verse and not comparing your life and experiences to them. Because I know there was times where I was the fool in that verse. God is too great not to connect to these verses every time. The pain, Romans 8, chapter 8, verse 18. The pain you, Kaleb Sherrell, that you've been feeling can't compare to the joy that's coming. Corinthians 16:14, Francine Mays. Do everything in love. Psalm 23, Kaleb Sherrell. You are going to make it, trust me. Ephesians 2:19-22. Whenever you, Jason Sherrell, feel unloved, unimportant, or insecure, remember who you belong to. John 13:7, Miela Smith, you may not understand now what I'm doing, but someday you will. Psalm 147:3, Thomas, he heals the brokenhearted, binds up their wounds. Hebrews 13:14, I, your Lord and Savior, will never leave or forsake you, Tony Hart. 1 Peter 5:7, cast all your cares on me, Isaiah Rice. 1 Corinthians 7, you, Kaleb Sherrell, were brought at a price and do not become slaves of men. Don't let yourself be comfortable enough where these verses don't compare to your life. So I'm going to say it again. As a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly. Don't be the fool. Don't be the fool. You have to be disciplined enough to move on and not look back. You have to. That's how discipline works. The last part of the verse that we're going to break down is that Romans 12:2. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Not a lot of us do it. There was times where I didn't do it. Test those things that you have initiated. You will start to see the motion that you have made as God's will. That idea that God gave you, test it. Follow through with it. But you have to test those things with patience. Be open for help, pain, lost relationships, hard times. As you grow, it's not going to fit everything that you once had. You got to let some stuff go. That comes with growth. God's path is our path and not the other way around. So if his path consists of you losing relationships, then so be it. If his path consists of you losing some worldly things, then so be it. If you can't make it to the party, it's cool. It's cool. You don't need to be there no way. Trust me. Trust me. Not all parties come with a happy ending. Today we have to surrender our timeline and grab a hold of his peace, love, and patience. Stop holding on and telling God what you're going to do. We've all been told by our parents, you're not going to tell me what you're going to do. So why do y'all think y'all can do it with the Lord? No matter how old you are. You have to understand that. God is not in a hurry. So why are you? It took me about 6 months to come up with holy destinations. Don't be in a hurry. Jesus never said, I have to hurry and die on the cross. Never did. But he knew the whole time that he had what he had to do. He did. Last thing that I'm going to say for today is that we have to walk with a purpose. We have to walk this world with a purpose. After you tested and seen the successfulness of your ideas and all this and that, and you change your life, you're not going back to your old sinful ways that was holding you back. Walk the world with a purpose. Don't limit your purpose in life to yourself, to your kids, to your house, to your car, to your family. But limit your purpose to God, because he has no limit. Life is much more than us, and especially these worldly treasures. Do not be shaped by this world, remember? Them rappers can have all them cars and all them girls. They can do all that on the videos and get a bunch of likes. Young women, don't compare yourself to them. That's worldly treasure. You got to walk this world with a better purpose. They're letting their flesh show them. But it doesn't matter, remember? Your flesh doesn't go with you to eternity. Stop being comfortable and walking through the same doors each day. We have to be able to walk through different doors and endure the challenges that come with them. We do. Stop being scared to take on new things. Face the challenges and reach new levels. While I was at IU, my sophomore year, I was tired of just being in one or two orgs, and I really wanted to promote my resume, but I was just tired of also not being connected with the black students on campus. So I talked to a lot of people that was administration there, and they was, make an org. And the first thing I said was, how much was it? I already had the struggle already stopped me, give me fear. Well, how much is it? Shoot, 'cause I'm broke. You gonna give me money to make this org? Well, it's free, Mr. Sherrell. Oh, well, say that. I'll get it done quick. What all I gotta do? Well, you do gotta have all this done. Gave me a whole stack of papers. Oh, well, shoot, I don't know if I got enough time for this. I was preparing to deny myself from a new level. We can't do that. I already said that I didn't have enough time to get that whole list done. But I learned that there is so much time in a day if we just learn to split it up right. We have to face new challenges and take them on, reach those new levels. Don't leave here and go back to life doing the same old things. That's not why I talk to you. We want you to leave here with new ideas, new solutions, the old ideas you didn't even initiate, and execute them. Start them. Make them ghost living ones. Because I'm surely not going to have my ghost ones outnumber my living ones. Push yourself to the uncomfortable limit. That's growth. Once you do, then you'll see yourself reach those new levels. I want to say I thank you. I appreciate you. And I love you. And that is it. Thank you.